The Newz Show.
Hey, what?
Welcome to the DMV Hoodz and Newz Show, or the Hoodz and Newz Show as you call it. This is your broadcaster right here, and Mark Scott.
Head ass.
You know what I'm saying? Head ass. You're in them. You hear me? I'm trying to be professional. I'm trying to be like the real news here. You know what I'm saying? This is the intro I'm gonna do today this week. You know what I'm saying? And I want to welcome my team. So if you notice, there's some different faces right here, right? So first and foremost, this guy right here, he's not gonna show his face. But this is DMV affiliates. This is the gang behind the camera. If you want to shoot a photo and stuff like that, he's replacing Elway. Elway has, had some emergency.
I'm replacing Brody. He's
replacing him for the day.
Shout out to the homie Elway, man.
Shout out to Elway. Shout out to Elway.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Elway. He's gonna be here for the next episode, whatever. But right now, we said we want, we need somebody here, and the affiliates last minute pulled up for the episode and stuff like that. And of course, my man Damo Rowe. Don't mute Damo in the building. And I understand why y'all try to figure out who is this young, beautiful lady right here. You know what I'm saying? Their name is Snookie. You know what I'm saying? She is our assistant guest for the night. You know what I'm saying? Ginzel's, out on a trip. She's feeling that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So we're going to go ahead and talk about these topics right here, man. Phyllis, talk about what's going on right here.
Shit, bro. First off, man, welcome home, Bino.
OTD Bino
records.
Yeah, OTD Bino, man. You know what I'm saying? He was facing 4 years. He got out on parole on 2.5 years. You know what I'm saying? And he's fresh out. He got new music on the way. He's,
getting right to it.
Getting straight to it, though, man. That's one of my favorite rappers out here, too.
He definitely crank.
He was definitely bringing that crank. And he was bringing that original, something that sounded like they was from the city. You know what I'm saying?
He got that Glee sound to me a little bit. He kind of reminds
me. It was some songs,
originality, though.
But it's still connected because it still comes from the city, though.
Yeah, copied, ain't pasted, ain't none of that.
It's from the city, though. So I can definitely love and respect it, though, man. Snookie, how you feel about that?
Lock fingers, yeah.
That's what's up. Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Ready for new
music. Phyllis, you got some words?
Well, me personally, because once again, shout out to OTD, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the Dons.
Facts, because I'm from Calvin Heights. You know what I'm saying? Walk Mill, right? You know what I'm saying? Walk Mill, Warford Mill, and all that. Salute the up top, down bottom, and all that good shit.
He got to shout the hood up, though.
Yeah, all that good shit. But they presence done been in my area, and they solid, you know what I'm saying, they real ones, you know what I'm saying, they got the youngest from the youngest to the OGs, you know what I'm saying, ain't nobody got nothing that I done heard bad to say about it. So and I respect it. I respect what they done did so far as how they branded themselves and branded all the people that came in to their label, you know what I'm saying. You got different people you know what I'm saying, Big Boss Dono or Curdy, aka Curdy Top, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Murder Monroe, she just signed with them, you know what I'm saying?
I got the biggest question.
They coming strong. And I mean in a whole other roster, you know what I'm saying? They got, you know what I mean, I ain't even trying to, you know what I mean? But yeah, so they doing their thing. No question.
Definitely, man, with this Don, man, Bino and stuff like that. But I want to hear something from Eric from the whole OTD. I want to hear something from Dono. Baby, now I got something new on the way. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, man, you know what I'm saying? One person I never mentioned was shout out to Tay Dog, man. That's one of my favorites, man. You know
Shawty Crank.
Man, bro.
I was in my cup or something.
I fuck with Tay Dog heavy. Tay Dog, man. Rudy, you gotta get back in that studio, man. You bullshitting, Rudy, man. Rudy, my dog too, man. So you know what I'm saying. 100, y'all, you my dude too.
Don
Migo too. You know what I'm saying.
He drop real heavy.
Shout out all of my dons, man, cause y'all all cranking though, man. So now that Bino home. Man, it's time to put the gas on the pedal, go full 150.
You're going to see a lot of lock figures in the city.
Yeah, man. So it's an OTD takeover again, man.
I'm telling you,
man. So, yeah, man. So definitely, man. What's the next topic right here, man?
I know we don't even want to talk about snitches, raps, and all that, but pertaining to the city, the DMV, Rayful Edmonds, man, he done, they done made documentaries about him. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest kingpins, period, but also one of the biggest snitches, informers, period.
So I did a story. I did a story on it previously on DMV Hoodz and Newz. Basically, Rayful Edmonds kind of snitched his way out. Now people be like, oh, his mama, oh, he snitched for his mama. No, he ain't just snitched one time. He made a 30-year career of being an informant from the time he got locked up all the way to current time. So You know what I'm saying? Currently, right now, they reduced the sentence from life to 20 years. He also is fighting a 30-year sentence that he was given separately from his second distribution charge while he was in prison. So right now, you know what I'm saying, he may possibly, if he gets parole for that, he might be released as soon as probably this year. You know what I'm saying? So, Snookie, how you feel about that?
I mean, I didn't know you could be an informant and literally be locked up for 30 years. So, I didn't know.
Well, he originally had life.
Right, but I didn't know. So, I'm going to just let y'all take over on this. So.
I know you don't want to talk too much about it, but do you have an opinion about this? Just in general about informants or yeah.
No, that ain't none of my business. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah. You got an opinion about that?
I mean, I'm gonna say it like this because I definitely agree with the brother Damo. That's what. That's just it. Slim. You know what I'm saying? It ain't none of my business. But I know I definitely come from a generation where like what they say. Snitches get stitches or graveyard ditches, all that type of shit. So, you know, we come from that old murder, so to speak. So, I mean, he was against the code, and that's why, I mean, salute to all the young ones that say on the code, because it's real. I mean, you gotta have a code, morals and principles, and stand on something. If you're gonna jump out there, you're gonna jump in the street, off the sidewalk, off the porch. Be ready for the consequences and repercussions that come with that, and be able to hold your water. Shut the fuck up. Do your time. You know what I mean? If that means you gotta spend the rest of your life in a box, I pray for you. You know what I'm saying?
But really, honestly, keep it 100 with you. Stay out the streets. Like,
they're the streets.
Because like it's a new generation now. Like it's a new generation.
I got family locked up for the rest of their life, bro.
Yeah, rest of their life. Like stay out the streets for real. That's first and foremost. But if you in a situation where you got no choice to be out here, just face the consequences of what you've been through. You know what I'm saying? That's my suggestion to you. You know what I'm saying? Me, I was fake roaming and running around. Like I wasn't a good street nigga. I was a shitty street nigga. Like you know what I'm saying? Snookie could tell you. Like I was a fake gangster. Like she could tell you I was fake gangster and shit. Now I'm hanging out, gathering, smoking Reggie and shit. No, I'm not by myself. I got my whole crew with me though. But
by yourself.
You know what I'm saying? It'll be times I be by myself.
That book bag or that little.
Oh, the swag bag. Oh my god, that's a throwback. Oh man, the swag bag. Oh, she took it back though with the little. I had which one? My man had.
I don't know. But
I had Tasmanian Devil in the bag.
Oh.
Nah, like we made like real life. Me and my man, we made something called swag bags. We have a double bag. I had Tasmanian Devil or Spider-Man, and my man had Elmo in the bag. I swear, we was bugging all the joints down, guys. They was geeking it though. I ain't gonna lie, we was geeking it. 08, 09, man, we ragged.
The early mercies.
We was getting them though, but we was getting the numbers. They was geeking that though. I don't know what it was, man. We was getting. Hey, shout out my boy J House, man. That's swag to your shit, man. You with me? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Fly Monies too, but we was the original Gallery place. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boys though.
What a brother shit.
I was. Oh God, I was real Chipotle boy. I was down there.
No, before Chipotle, bro.
Oh, that's hold up.
It was just McDonald's.
No, McDonald's and Chipotle. Cause we was down there, man. What's that movie theater and that Chipotle opened up? We was down there.
You was down there before the Chipotle, though.
I was y'all down there before the Chipotle.
You was a Bama like shit. Oh, well, you had a, what do you say? You had a Pokeball.
Nah, I had Spider-Man. Nah, you guys see how I looked though. I swear, if a celebrity did it, everybody would have been on their line and doing it too. Nah, I swear. We was on it. We was booked. I'm talking about Club Bounce, 08 Club Bounce. We was down there poking. I'm talking about I had Spider-Man in my bag though. You know what I'm saying? We was down there. My man had Wolverine. My man had the fake Gucci bag. We didn't have the real Gucci. We had the fake Gucci bag. My man had the fake Gucci bag with the Elmo and the joint. I swear they was geeking the swag bags, man. They was geeking it though, man. I swear. They grilled me on go.
An NBA jacket with the patches type of yeah. Steve Tex and whatnot.
No, I had the Steve Tex too.
That was forever. That was me.
We was down there though, man. But yeah, speaking of guys, you know they shut down the Chipotle down there, right?
Serious.
They shut down the Chipotle down there.
I just been seeing what they building up. I can't even pay attention. They building up so much shit you can't even pay attention to what they like shutting down. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like so much construction that happened in the last.
I ain't gonna lie. I wanna us as grown men and women, can we ever do a Gallery Place reunion like with everybody down there?
It would never work.
It would never work.
And
I mean, we grown now, so we ain't gonna do no bad.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think this generation could have handled what we grew up with, like far as the go-go Like the whole scene.
Nah,
You
because
think
I ain't gonna
they?
lie. Some of these youngers can't fight. I'm gonna keep it honest. Some of them.
I mean,
I ain't gonna say all of them, but some of them.
To me, it's all the same. They were shooting up the shit. I mean, I come from the hot shops.
Nah,
They was though, but it wasn't.
It wasn't like
Chef,
every.
It wasn't. It's.
And then even if they was,
Palladium.
and even though they was shooting, sometimes people want to get shot. I mean, people did get shot. But like, all right. So basically, like, I went through a ratio right now. Last year we had 203 homicides. They try to say it's like 198. They don't want to make it look like it's 200. It's really 203 homicides, right?
Mm.
Back when Go-Go's was popping, like in my generation from 07, 09 to 010, it was one year that our homicides was down in double digits. You know what I'm saying?
So do y'all think Go-Go's boosted the murder rate?
No.
Y'all think the
No.
Go-Go,
No.
the whole scene with all these
No.
hoods coming together under
No.
one scene made
One day when you go on them Go-Go's, you
it
gotta
more
get
drama?
Well, one day when you go on them Go-Go's, you gotta get checked. You ain't got no gun in that Go-Go.
Yeah.
That Go-Go's, the Go-Go's build character.
But you got a bunch of different hoods under one roof,
But
and they into it.
Yeah, they
all
might, and then not
come
just
in.
that. You gotta think about it like this. Youngest these days, they got the 100-round drum, but all this stuff like that. Back in the days, you know, you had that one or two badass niggas that had a little deuce. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Maybe a little 4 or 5 or something. These youngers these days, they different now. You know what I'm saying? They 16 years old with everything. They got everything. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had all that when we was growing up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
But like at the same time though,
Maximum
this generation, like our generation right now, we build character. We had to fight. For our respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now they, you know, to prove that you gangster now, you gotta prove you a shooter. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go on live and this the hood you beefing with or the ops or something like that, whatever they say. All that, you know what I'm saying?
So social media is the
Social
problem.
media.
That's what it is.
'Cause
It all
music-
comes down to it.
Yeah, because I feel
That's
like
the
music kind of helping to save situations. Because you know
You
you
can't
do gotta
say
bring.
that though.
I mean,
Music from the start of gangster rap has done nothing but no funny, destroyed the black community. Let's just be real, and influenced it negatively. It's okay. I mean, we've adapted to it, but no, music, all that, it plays a big role in violence, all that shit.
How would you agree with that?
But that's the goal. That's the goal. That's what the music industry is supposed to do.
That's a great point. I'm just talking about like so far as like Go-Go. I just remember just the parties was some of the bit like was like some of my first real big interactions with just people and just being able to see. I'm seeing some of my older cousins that like, you know what I'm saying, we getting a chance to interact in a whole different way. You know what I mean? Like and it to me it was like a whole different way of community outside of around the way on the block shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you get a chance to be like, oh damn, like this how we in the party, we in the function.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what I mean. But I get what you're saying.
But then for other people, you know, because with the groups, this group was Killer Mafia was beefing with this group. It was just, you know,
It was always fights,
drama.
though.
It was fun. I'm glad I lived it. I loved it.
I mean,
but
it
I'm
was
glad
drama.
my daughter will never be able to experience it. I'm gonna say that. That all ages, I'm glad that shit is over because it's. If
So
you
you wouldn't
really think
allow
about it, it was really unacceptable. You got 15-year-old girls, 14-year-old girls under the same roof with 30-year-old men who can't tell the difference because we look grown.
Hold on, I got a question on that though. So if there was like a responsible, like say somebody's trying to revive the culture, they want the youngest experience what we experience, right? And we want to bring about the culture, right? Say if we had a responsible all ages, nobody over the age of 18 could come in this show, and it's all teen events. You wouldn't allow your daughter to go to them? And we got mixed. And remember how back in the days, like at one point they was at,
daughter.
but like
It sound cool, but you know.
But remember at one point they was letting the parents come in the Go-Go's. Remember the parents could come in for free.
Yeah, I will never forget. I went to the La Pearl and I was turning 16, and this boy had his 8-year-old party there. His mother was there. Everybody was there. He had a cake. It was the whole everything. It was grown women dancing on him. That would never go today. Like today
we ain't
is
doing
just
that.
but that
We
is
ain't doing
just.
that.
The whole atmosphere.
Because I ain't going out. My first Go-Go was a black hole. Now all ages meant all ages. I'm talking about this niggas almost 30 years old. And
yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Like,
that
it was
couldn't happen today.
And then like it was crazy because the youngest, it was so weird because the youngest would try to fake beef with the old heads. But you know, old heads ain't going for that fighting shit. Nah, they spanking. Like, nah, ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy. So
it's always gonna be prove your point. Try to be
Try to
like,
prove your
we
point.
more turf than y'all. Y'all know y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all OTs out here.
I ain't gonna lie. So you said you be questionable, but you know about it though. But you know, it's,
I don't know. I just, you know,
still
I
to
know
this day,
every
though.
generation. I know we criticize the younger generations, but you know,
But
our
still to
parents
this day,
criticize our
it's no
generation because it's not going to do nothing but keep
It's still to
getting
this
worse.
day though.
if you think
It's
about
still to
it.
this day. Even if it's no go-go's out of that, no all-age go-go's, you gotta remember it's still all-age events like Fillmore. They do concert
Right.
events. A 30-year-old can buy a ticket and go. It be there with some kids.
But that shit way different than going into the CFE Royal Rumble 20 band $20 and you 13 and you can get in there just getting in line like that.
Yeah,
That would never go. It was if you think about it. But when you're living it, when we was young, we didn't even think about it like that. But nah, that shit out of pocket.
It was out of pocket.
For real, like.
And y'all went to all ages after y'all turned 18?
Cause for real, if you go to the bar, you could get drinks and all that. We was getting drinks and we wasn't old enough. That shit.
Especially our VA. I remember the VA go-go's, they used to keep the bar up. So I'm like 19 years old going to the bar.
Never been to a VA go-go.
You never been to the Blackout? Ever?
I don't think I've been to a go-go.
Man, the VA go-go's was the best
I've been to those at
one.
Upper Marlboro.
I ain't know they had VA go-go's.
You never heard of the Blackout? The Blackout, the Way On Lounge?
VA ain't for me.
Man, I don't care what nobody say. Alright, I ain't gonna lie. VA get his props for this one. If you ever been to the go-go, the VA go-go's, it was the best go-go's ever. Cause like you'll have a hood that's beefing with each other and will not beef with each other in that club. It'd be like some VA niggas beefing.
They know,
It'd be, yeah, like, cause it's a Commonwealth.
Commonwealth, boy.
Yeah, Commonwealth on your ass. But that, it ain't even just that. It's just like we feel like, cause you know, even though VA right there, it's kind of like we kind of out of territory. We're not in our territory.
Wasn't nobody.
So it'd be like VA niggas beefing with each other.
Bro.
No, real lie. I can show videos right now.
I ain't even say what I was about to say.
But
But
go ahead. Go ahead.
Ain't nobody even. There wasn't nobody thinking about go-go's like that. Like wasn't nobody worrying about VA. Like what the fuck was out VA?
We had everything we needed though in Maryland though.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
And DC, Maryland had all the go-go's, the best go-go's. Maryland.
Nah, I gotta debate that. I gotta detest that right there. Cause I remember I go to the Blackout, Total Sports, Q Club, all that. Bro, it be 500, 600 people. Half of them be from the city for real.
Bro, you know
So that's dead.
Never been to club
Half of them be
in
from
the
it.
fucking garage.
Nah.
In the middle of.
I ain't gonna
that
lie.
shit was
Out of all the
clean
go-go's of our
off
generation, Maryland run the go-go's as far as our generation. The CFEs, the La Pearls, the Maryland side. Cause I ain't gonna lie, DC go-go's was getting shut down 06, 07.
The DC
the
Star
Thai
was
Seafood,
lit
the
though.
Neon, all that. Like we was going. Like my first go-go was a Maryland go-go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I ain't gonna lie, Maryland job ran that go-go scene. I ain't gonna lie though, but
Yeah, a lot of school go-go's.
I'm a different dude. I went to the VA go-go's. I went to the city go-go's, the Uptown, Southside, Onyx, all that. You know what I'm saying? Onyx technically really a Maryland giant, but it's DC for real. You know what I'm saying? But Brian Manor.
Maryland.
Oh fuck, I hate Brian Manor. But yeah, I mean, Damo, my bad, Damo. Go ahead and speak, bro. Yeah.
What y'all think is the most lit go-go club that been out here?
Ooh, that's a good one. He said,
gotta say
my man in
CFP.
the back said the Pearl.
The CFP.
I gotta say CF.
I gotta say the CFP. The CFP
I'm
was
an uptown
lit.
baby, so I gotta go with Love TV. Man. That little ass living room, I miss that.
No, it was this club called the Avenue too.
Which
Where the
one?
fuck was the Avenue at?
Because it was 2 avenues. It was the Studio 202.
It was
And
had
New
3
York
levels.
Avenue.
One
New
F.
York
One
Avenue.
level
Oh,
was
that's
all
New York
go-go.
Avenue. That's the Lux
Avenue.
Lounge. The Lux
Yeah,
Lounge.
that's New York Avenue.
That shit was
Yeah.
lit.
Oh, I went to one giant. Oh man, that was an experience right there. The Avenue.
What about you,
That shit was
Damo?
lit though.
Might say DC South.
Nah, my favorite jump was probably the Pearl. Actually,
The Pearl was lit too.
it was probably
Shit.
so for all ages was probably the CFE.
Gotta be.
The CFE and the Pearl, you know, they had different kind of bands. Even on all ages.
CFE was my
CFE, like the CFE had UEB. Like I was big on like UEB, AAO. You wouldn't really get them at the La Pearl too much.
Remember the Plaza 23 though?
18 and over, it was the La
Plaza
Pearl.
23 was the old ages.
TCB was Friday. Reaction was Thursday. No, TCB was Sundays.
Oh, you talking about the Pearl?
18 and over jumps. Reaction was
Pearl.
Thursdays.
TCB Sundays on the Pearl. Oh man.
The ABM.
AKA the Mad
TCB.
Chef.
This is why I'm glad Snookie here. Snookie was a former go-go head. See, unlike Ginzel, she like rappers doing all this all day. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love you, Ginzel. Shout out to Ginzel. She gonna be back for next episode.
Don't play with the Stepper City dance.
But like, you know what I'm saying? She like rappers doing this all day. You know what I'm saying? We got an actual former go-go head though. She like the rappers too. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah. But like, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? But 18 over by CFE. like especially TCB. Oh my god, $100 at the door. I'm paying that. That was worth my $100, bro. That was the best. BYOL. I'm talking about bring your own bottle. I'm talking you can bring a bottle of anything. Bring it in there. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's not open. That was an experience, bro.
I'm gonna say classes. You know what I'm saying? I went to class. I mean, because the classes. I mean, I went there one night.
Where?
Classes.
Sexy. I've never heard of that.
Now you want me to turn 21 in the classics? You know what I'm saying? What band BYB and what band BYB and
Boo, get my bottle.
God damn, I think.
What was the joint about Nella Road Station? Legends?
Legends.
Oh, that's
I just remember what band back was there that night. I was so drunk. Everybody, shout out to everybody, man. Walker Bell, Sick of Lay, man. Everybody bought me so many drinks, man. I can't even remember half the night, man.
So we're gonna go to the next discussion. What's the next discussion, man?
Shit, man. El Chapo wife.
Oh yeah.
She got locked up.
Nah, it's not even just. This is a DMV discussion because the reason why is because El Chapo's wife got locked up in all places. In Virginia. She got locked up in the Virginia. I don't even call it Virginia no more. I call it the Virginia. Like, that's the Virginia. Like, the Virginia. Like, you don't never want to get locked up in the Virginia. That's why Damo never went to a VA go-go.
She should have went to, like, Hyattsville or Annapolis or something.
Like,
she not snitching. She's not going to say shit, though. I got faith.
She a solid one, though. She was like...
It's a half Spanish community.
Yeah, she a solid one, though. But at the same time, though, she got caught in... No, she really got caught in Dallas Airport.
Serious.
At the airport station. They bagged her there. So
bagged her for what though?
They say conspiracy to commit. You know, these are alleged. You know what I'm saying? Commit, distribute cocaine, methamphetamine, marijuana. That's what they say. You know what I'm saying? But you know, conspiracy can be another one. You can just have a conversation talking about I'm going to sell drugs, or I'm thinking about selling drugs, and they say conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? Conspiracy is strong. Like that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? You can have a discussion like my man could be just playing around like, bro, I'm tired of living a legal life. I'm about to go start selling drugs. Oh yeah, go do what you gotta do, get your money. And I'm caught up in there like that. I'm in conspiracy now. Like that's how the Ricos and conspiracies is a dangerous motherfucker. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. How you feel about that, Phillips?
I mean, so far as with the El Chapo, to me it's wild. I mean, to me it's like I said, it's wild that where she got caught at. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know where she was moving off.
All places.
But I already know, like, when it comes to situations like that, you done seen the documentaries and all that, they investigate for years, decades, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that they was, when El Chapo got bagged, they was like, oh yeah, who was his kids, who's his wife, somebody gonna pick up the pieces.
Why would you even come back to the States?
Of whatever he allegedly doing, you know what I'm saying?
My question is, why would she even come back to the U.S. period?
In Virginia.
And then of all places, Virginia though, like
I don't know, but I will say that, I mean, people beat cases all the time, but 9 times out of 10, when the state feel like they got enough evidence to get you to prosecute you, they got something for you because they're not going to waste money wasting time.
Well, it's a state right now, but it's going to turn federal. Like the feds ready to pick her up.
Well, I'm sure she has money and maybe a good team behind her that can.
Yeah, the feds won't probably pick her up, but the feds don't play though. Yeah, and they don't do all that. We're gonna give you a plea to 2 years and all like that. You either like with the feds, the only cooperation you're gonna do is that you gonna tell or you gonna do this time. That's only two. That's only two with the feds. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Donald, how you feel about that?
Yeah, that's crazy. It was in Virginia, but
yeah. You hear Donald? He said it was in Virginia.
You got cold skills, right?
Yeah. Oh, you got some more drink? Cut that down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, man, shout out my boy VA Hip Hop and Newz, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the good man. So don't think I got an issue with him because his name kind of similar to mine. That's my boy for real. That's my man. That's my boy before Hoodz and Newz. And whole time I got a question right here. I got a question right here because he's over here debating saying that the Maryland folks got the worst drivers, but everybody DC and Maryland say VA got the worst drivers. What's your thoughts, Phillies?
My thoughts personally. Yeah, I mean, like I feel like VA drivers. I live in Maryland, so I'm biased as a motherfucker. But I feel like VA drivers, they kind of drive like aggressive and lost. Like y'all drive like y'all don't know where y'all going.
How you aggressive and lost?
You know what I'm saying? But like y'all trying to cut me off, but you're not sure if you want that exit though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just one of those situations where it's like you constantly got to pull up on you and look at you and be like, you know what I'm saying? It's just always one of them situations. So yeah, that's just how I feel about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I got road rage.
That's wild. If I'm in Virginia, I'm doing under the speed limit. I don't play Virginia. I don't even know how they drive too much out there.
He don't play Virginia at all, man. He play DC.
They on rules, laws, all that, right?
But I'm gonna tell you this though, bro.
I ain't playing with it.
I used to hit the studio of VA a lot, and when going out VA, you don't see the feds a lot.
The troopers just be.
But when they pull up, they pull up, and they got it ain't really no. Hey officer, how you doing? They just kind of like.
Not to change the subject too much. It's not really because like my experience in VA. Remember, like out of everybody here, I hung out in VA the most. That's how I know about the VA go-go's, the neighborhoods out there and everything like that. I hung out in VA, and my brother grew up. He's from the city, but he grew up in Delray too, Alexandria. It's not really all the Virginia police. It's Fairfax County police that really be blitzing. Like, they the press ones, for real. You know what I'm saying?
You go out North Beach and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they probably...
racist out North Beach.
I ain't gonna lie, all Virginia police...
Don't go looking like a nigga.
Yeah.
Don't go just looking regular. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. We was driving through South Virginia. I remember one time we went to a North Carolina go-go. We was driving through South Virginia, like bordering North Carolina, and they pulled us over. They didn't have no probable cause to pull us over. They just pulled us over to pull us over. You know what I'm saying? And they wanted to check our tags and see if the car was stolen or not. They just saw black people on tags, and they was ready to, like, I'm talking about white, blue-eyed, bald-head white guy with the cap on. I think it was Virginia State. I remember it to this day. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Virginia ain't gonna play, especially down south and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if you're in Northern Virginia, I think you need to stay away from Fairfax County. Like, Alexandria police, I mean, I keep on all VA police strict, but the worst of them is Fairfax County, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So you going down Club 1, just make sure you do the speed limit.
Now, for every time I go to Club 1, I see people getting pulled over.
Yeah, they stay, especially when they leave out. Yeah, you definitely need to be safe. You know what I'm saying? You out Woodbridge, Prince Williams, they a little lighter, but they still VA police, so be careful. You know what I'm saying?
There's some money and so they write them tickets up. So
facts.
But you can't say VA got the worst drivers when every driver in DC got VA tags.
That's fine.
So how do you really know who the fuck is a VA driver? Not to mention, for real, taxi cab drivers are the worst drivers if you want to keep it running. They're the worst drivers.
You don't need that. You don't need to add. Yeah, shout out VA for the tags though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, sure.
Nah, no offense. Older women are the worst drivers. It ain't about where you from. Yeah. No offense though. You driving slow. That'd be the worst. Older people in general.
I ain't gonna, yeah.
It depends where you at too, for real. Like what type of movie.
I'm patient with old people though. I don't hurt my own way.
Yeah. But who got the best drivers in the DMV though?
Females.
What? Who told that lie?
Let me say something. Niggas,
y'all the most disrespectful
really
drivers
drive.
ever.
Niggas cannot drive.
Y'all drive emotionally like y'all know us.
Ladies be acting like it's chivalry in the road. Like,
I
should just let you go. Cause
they just told you. Who told you that lie?
All the females I know are drivers.
I wish Ginzel was here, man. So we had that discussion.
We're drivers. But y'all will never admit that.
I gotta give it.
A lot of my good men, they reckless behind the wheel.
I ain't gonna lie though. Because I'm a city dude. DC got the best drivers, and the reason why I say this is because
we got all type of
streets. I was just about to say that we got the toughest roads in DC. So when we drive out Maryland,
to y'all go other fucking places, it's like
because driving out Maryland or Virginia is a breeze to us. It's easy.
It's like straight away.
Our roads, period, are easy in the metropolitan area. Our roads are easy.
That's what I'm saying.
And it seems like it's easier
Baltimore
to get a license
and shit like that. That shit will fuck your head up.
Baltimore not worse than the city.
It's a whole lot of. It's nothing but one ways, and the roads be real fucked up.
Roads do crazy.
Where I'm at, fucked up. Them Jones been fucked.
I
swear that is Minnesota Avenue.
I swear I saw a pothole the size of my car.
Yeah. They been working.
I swear out Baltimore roads is horrible.
No, they are the real life.
Like. My check engine light came on. Fucking the road, like nah.
But you know they city. They what they spend their money on. What they spend their money on. And it ain't in the streets.
Them damn roads.
Improvements.
Yeah, nah, for real though. Yeah. Man. So DC is number 1, VA is number 3.
Nobody confirmed that, but you.
Right, I'm gonna say.
Nah,
DC. Maryland got the best drivers.
And I think
because one thing about Maryland, DC is
y'all can't drive, but when y'all come to DC, y'all
gotta know how
can't
to drive on highways. A lot of DC drivers don't even know highways, bro. They just know streets and shit like that.
Oh, just let y'all
You have to know how to drive them long stretches. Maryland will teach you that.
You just drive.
Do y'all gotta go to driving school to get a license though?
No.
See, in Maryland, you gotta go to driving school.
They're trying to make it a mandatory, but they can't.
But that's why they make the best drivers, because they condition us to know how to drive. They make us hit church roads.
We grew up in the Uski era.
That's what I'm saying.
We grew up in the Uski. We taught ourselves how to drive still in cars.
My man had his license and everything. He lived in the city. I'm like, Slim, how the fuck you got your license, bro?
But you gotta think about it. Our generation, we DC learned how to drive their cars from stealing cars. Like we learned how to drive.
Like New Jersey drive.
04 to 08, 04 to 09. We had the U-Ski days. Yeah, we learned how to drive like that. You with me? We was out here.
What car you steal?
He ain't had no motherfucker. He was a guy.
You probably asked somebody for a ride.
Nah, we was down VA. I ain't gonna say too much though. In my boy face. I ain't gonna say too much. We was out there with them U-Skis out VA. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared of them U-Skis, but I was still out there though.
We know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
No motherfucking.
We was in them U-Skis. UU days was dangerous.
We can't cuss. You say excuse me.
We cuss a little bit, not too much.
No, I be trying to chill.
I be trying to, but
I had my youngest watching.
But now,
it's gonna be the mayor one day, man. I'm telling you, man.
Mayor Damo. Hey, that's a discussion. Everybody in the comments, would y'all vote for Damo for mayor?
Chill. I don't know if I can do that. That's too much.
You think it's too much, but I got a good man named Bilal. I know Bilal from Kentland.
Yeah, the good man.
I always feel Bilal will make a good mayor. The people will really follow Bilal. Bilal's a good person. If you got a good heart and you got people that will follow you, you could be a fucking mayor.
Bilal's really trying to be mayor?
No, I always told him he needs to be a damn mayor.
The mayor of Orlando.
He should.
Hey, Bilal.
Shout out to Bilal.
For the people.
You right.
Already do activism and helping.
Shout out my boy Bilal, man.
That's what I believe.
Before any of that, my good man Trayon got to be the mayor though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Give me.
Definitely. It's still Damo for office, nigga. 2020 something, nigga.
Alright, so
2020 something.
Mr. White for mayor of DC and Bilal for the mayor of Landover.
That works. That works.
Mayor, hey Bilal, you my man. We gonna vote for you. Mayor Landover. We gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna have our support. I got a Maryland ID too, so I'm gonna go out Maryland and vote for it.
That's right.
I like that.
Yeah, facts. So what's the next discussion?
That VA housing. What you said?
So we won't make this a VA episode. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my VA man, but there was an apartment. But we can make this. We can make this.
Why people treat VA like the stepchild or something?
Yeah, we gonna get to that discussion too.
What you say? They wasn't nobody thinking about no VA. You know
I mean, but people say that, but. We
go to VA for
go to Pentagon every weekend.
Yeah,
VA.
I get to Pentagon in 10 minutes.
So VA
was the spot booking city.
VA is I don't know. I feel like PG and DC
Pentagon had that.
are more of one and the same. VA.
Shout out Mo County man too. We ain't gonna leave them out.
Close together.
Uptown Mo County, we like this though. That's a good man. Shout out 88 Maple, Lockwood, 38. Bellproof, you know what I'm saying? I got Moco now too.
But what you was saying, like VA got like some type of housing zone, right?
Oh, so basically the discussion was because this is not just a VA thing. This is a whole DMV discussion thing. So in West Alexandria, Virginia, in the West Valley, Alexandria, Virginia area, they had a brand new housing complex, subsidized housing complex, right? For people in Virginia and all over, and basically they had 45,000 applications for
that's it.
In a 45,000, not 100,000 for apartment complex probably could hold no more than 300 people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that already that ain't probably just people from VA. It's probably people from DC too. You know what I'm saying? People from Maryland, people probably from out of town. So think about that right there. Like that's just a general discussion because we have a lack of housing, like affordable housing in the DMV. Not everybody want to be on Section 8, but we can at least get a reasonable rent in the DMV. That says a lot right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Snookie, what's your opinion on that?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like PG and DC are more of one and the same. VA is I don't know. I feel like PG and DC are more of one and the same. VA is I don't know. I feel like PG and DC are more of one and the same. VA is I don't know. I feel like PG and DC are more of one and the same. VA is I don't know. I feel like PG and DC are more of one and the same. VA is I don't know. I feel like PG and DC are more of one and the same. VA is I don't know. I feel like PG and DC are more of one and the same. VA is I don't know. I feel like PG and DC are more of one and the same. VA is I don't know. I feel like PG and DC are more of one and the same. VA is I don't know. I feel like PG and DC are more of one and the same. VA is I don't know. I feel like PG and DC are more of one and the same. VA is I don't know. I feel like PG and DC are more of one and the same. VA is I don't know. I feel like PG and DC are more of one and the same. VA is I don't know. I feel like PG and DC are more of one and the same. VA is I don't know. I feel like PG and DC are more of one and the same. VA is I don't know. I feel like PG and DC are
like somebody that's lived in Maryland, lived in DC too, you know what I'm saying? And you're looking for affordable housing without having to worry about, you know, shootings every night or something. Like no discrimination to anybody that's in the hood. But like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not surprised it's that many people, if that's what you're asking. Of course, people are getting pushed out of housing, but then you have a lot of people on Section 8 too that, you know, are not really, you know, they're just basically abusing the government too. You got those type of people, then you got people that's really out here trying to do for their kids, provide for their families, and they're using it as a stepping stone. But for the people that, you know, you got motherfuckers that can do for themselves, that's still living off the government, that's technically could be taken away from somebody that can't do for themselves and needs the housing. So, I mean, this shit goes both ways. People are going to forever cheat the system. The way I feel about it is, get it how the fuck you live.
I ain't gonna lie though, and I shout out my people that's dealing with housing or Section 8 and stuff like that. I'm not gonna judge, and I don't know your situation, but at the same time, I ain't gonna lie. The way my rent is paying, like even my rent right now at $1,300 to $1,500 and stuff like that, I be like, man, I wish I was on housing just to get my bread up. You know what I'm saying? Just to get my bread, to get that opportunity, just to get my money up. You get up out of here and, you know what I'm saying, be able to make a, you know, lucrative income and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get that, let alone even just getting a place in DC for $1,400, $1,500 a month. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why everybody relocating.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's just moving.
That's tough. Man, don't sell your grandparents' house if you got one.
And let me tell you something. I love my grandmother to death, but I'm very upset with her. My grandmother has a house on 12th and Taylor. In fucking northeast.
That's a nice chill area.
When I say that area is nice, it's not a crime rate in existence. The closest thing you got to a hood right there is probably 18th Monroe.
Oh yeah, George Street, Shot One Dude.
It's literally a good neighborhood. It's a big ass house, and my grandmother's going to sell the house. She's not considering generational wealth. She wants to be able to, you know, accumulate what she can accumulate while she's still alive, and I understand that. But at the same time, that is $1 million home. By the time me and, you know, I would give it to my daughter. Yeah. By the time she would sell it, that house would be worth $1 million. She don't understand that.
And then you really change the trajectory of the next generation.
I'm telling you, like, I wouldn't even want to sell it. I would want to keep it or rent it to people. Like, that's the perfect location. I know a house on 8th Street that sold for like $700,000.
I real life, like I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. So y'all know I grew up down Howard, Detroit, Shaw area.
That's how you know my best friend. Shout out to Snookie.
Shout out to Snookie though, Elm Street baby. Elm Street, U Street. You already know we out here. You still here. Block party coming this shit. Shout out my girl Snookie. Shout out Man, West Side shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Man, Little Doobie, Elm Street. Shout out, you know, I got rep the block though. You hear me? But nah, back to the discussion though. So y'all know I grew up down there though. Y'all know I grew up down there. But I also had my family had a house in the Tacoma area, not the Maryland side, but the DC side, right? You know what I'm saying? They had a family like on Piney Branch Road area, and like they had a family house. I'm talking about we had the best. Like on the outside, we had the best looking house on the block. And I swear I did not want that house sold. And if at the time when the house got sold, I was more younger and mature. But now that I'm growing up, because my aunt... Imagine if it would have sold now. My aunt, real live folks, you know, it was some legal and family shit, so the house ended up getting sold, right? But my aunt, I swear, I would have fought with my aunt so bad to keep that house so my generation could live in there. You know what I'm saying? Her folks, you know what I'm saying? So the next generation, we could raise our family in that house. And my grandmother brought that house not to sell, but to keep passed down from generation to generation. So me seeing that house go, like if I became a billionaire, I'm paying whatever to get back into that house.
That's
like people don't realize.
So yeah, like oh shit, my bad. Please cut that out, please. Please cut that out.
Please keep that in.
Nah, please cut that out. You know what I'm saying? And I got a blue stain. Hey, shout out for Del Nero too. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, get a shirt though. You know what I'm saying? Glad right on time though.
That's a good friend.
Yeah, shout out for Del Nero though. But at the end of the day though, like. At the end of the day, though, like all my next generation, if you my age, 30 and up, 25 and up, whatever, please. And I'm a very advocate against gentrification. I'm telling you, I don't care what money they offer to you. It's nothing like having a home in D.C. and Washington, D.C.
Let me tell you something. Anything like, somebody offered to you, you're guaranteed to make 3 times that. Nobody's going to offer you what you're worth.
Yeah, facts.
So at the end of the day, remember that too. Because if my grandmother sold the house, I'm going to be hurt. Because she's sitting on a gold mine right now.
You grew up in the neighborhood. Cause Damo, what's your last opinion before we change the subject? Because you in a neighborhood right now that's going through gentrification, that's fighting gentrification right now.
Yeah. So my grandfather, he lived in the Noma area. They call it Noma now. Florida Avenue.
New York Avenue.
Like, yeah, but what they doing in the area is like crazy. Walking around there, like you don't got a lot of blocks that's still filled with like our people for real. Like where I grew up, it was all us. Now you got
where Chocolate City came from.
You got blocks for like, so God get that right there. It's blocks with like just that's full of deaf people and people like that, like walking dogs. The dog park around my way down. Like y'all know where y'all at?
Yeah,
like it's just different for real. So I mean, but as the time go on, it's like,
like
I don't know. Years from now, though. All the natives probably going to be like, that's why everybody for real.
That's why the south side is the last.
Yeah.
South side the last though. And
that's, I call them the last Mohicans for real.
And that's another thing too. If you east of the river for real and you find some property for the low, like don't be scared. Don't be scared. I live in Southeast. Alright. I ain't gonna lie, it has its problems. But at the same time though, investing in the Southeast right now for the better is the best decision you can make if you want to stay in DC.
Man, they about to, you know, the
and they doing so many things for the South Side. I ain't gonna lie.
They about to redesign the Malcolm X what that development center for the playground and stuff right there across Congress Park. They about to put that into like a whole. It's about to be something big. So think about what that's gonna do to the area, the community around it. And as time go on, they gonna be breaking stuff down, building it up. The same thing they doing on the northeast side and
Ward 8, Ward 7, man. Y'all gotta just don't like just make sure you keep your family straight. And my bad, I don't mean to cut you off, but like I'm just saying, like keep your family and people safe. But if you own a home, if you own property in that community, do not sell that, man. I don't care what they throw at you, because I grew up on a block. I just mentioned where I grew up around. You know what I'm saying? My whole block, my part of the neighborhood, Elm Street, U Street, T Street, that whole neighborhood gentrified. Like ain't nobody. I can only name one neighbor that still live around it. 1 or 2 neighbors. I can't name nobody that live around it. I can't go around my block and hang out with my old heads no more. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like I used to. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. I can't hang out with my friends. All my friends live in different places now. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually planning a block party just to bring everybody from the neighborhood back around it.
Yeah. Cause like I know, like from my opinion, like because I come from a situation where my grandmother left her house to my mother. My mother, on my name and my mother's name was on the deed of the house, and that's how my grandmother left it. You know what I'm saying? And to me, instantly, because of that move, that psychologically on some real shit, that just had my mind just like, damn, I gotta do something like that for my daughter and my son. Something, I have to leave something for them.
That means more than anything. Right. Because push come to shove, it goes 1 or 2 ways. They have an asset that they can make money off of, or they have somewhere to go if they feel hard times and didn't have nowhere to go.
Very facts.
People fail to realize that.
Exactly.
And that's why I really want my grandmother to keep the house, because she doesn't even know what she's sitting on. But, you know. Even
though certain people do, it is business opportunities out there. People prosper from making they house flip. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I get it. But to me, it's better if that's your business and you flipping houses, opposed to like, this is my foundation, this is my homestead.
Even if nobody's living in it.
This the headquarters. This the headquarters. Yeah, this is this the solid. This our house. This the rock. This the foundation. This is where Big Mama stayed. This is, you know what I'm saying? You know, Christmas dinners.
I don't got that.
Memories at.
Yeah, I don't got that. I don't got that no more.
As time go on, it's gonna be less and less people who own their homes, less of us. That's why it's important. Like, think about it now. It's not too many people that's, you know, staying. I mean, it's a couple people who still got their grandparents' houses and still got those kind of houses, but as the time go on and on and on, it's gonna be less and less. And ownership is the real thing. Like, it's cool to rent, it's cool to do this, but you gotta think the long run. It's like stocks for real, and you gotta always think about the long run, the long play. Always, like my family, we always got somewhere to go, no matter what. Of course, you can make a big flip, but having that roof over your head, that junk been paid off. You got houses paid off since like the 60s, 70s. Imagine just having that. You got a spot. You ain't got to worry about all that other shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, renting, of course, if you got to do it, like, I'm about to move to Georgia, I'm going to rent, because that's financially, cool. That's where I'm at right now. But when you're really renting, you're throwing your money in a pot and throwing that shit out the window. You're not. So it's not stacking up. It's not going towards nothing for real.
Don't sleep on PG too. Just think, cause y'all moving to Maryland, y'all can, you know what I'm saying, y'all can find another house that's affordable, because you know they fixing up suit now. They fixing up like the borderline parts of DC.
Shout out my Rams.
Hyattsville, all that, the borderline parts of Maryland that's like borderline DC, they looking into that too.
But also, like, if you do stay in the city, say you got your grandparents' house or older house for real, you could, what a lot of people doing, white people move to our neighborhoods, they don't even live in them houses for real. They section them all, so it might be 2 houses and 1 big row house. And it's one of them on our block. They got a jacuzzi on the roof and shit.
Yeah,
so it's like they renting them jumps. Like they got Airbnb. You got 2 families. You got 2 families living in one little jump for real, and you making money. Not even just Airbnb. You renting that.
That's how
out.
they moving in there.
You making money.
Duplex, all that. That's
Duplex.
That's a great point, man.
Yeah, facts.
And that's where my grandmother, you know, I was telling her she could rent her house out. It could do like Airbnb, but once you get to a certain age, it's like, okay, I can rent this out and get paid. I can get paid this amount every month. But who's to say I'm going to live to see what I can make if I'm going to sell it? You know what I'm saying? Like, the week getting paid every week doesn't matter. If
so when she doesn't decide to sell it, what would you do to this?
I mean, I would keep the property. I would have it. I wouldn't even sell it. I wouldn't even be greedy about the money. Like,
you come home,
I would keep it because that. Or if I were to sell it, it would be way down the line, or I would leave it up to my kids to sell it because I know by the time they sell it, that shit is going to be $1 million home.
That make
we right there by Providence Hospital. It's nothing but by Catholic University. All that. It's quiet as shit. It's a cool ass area.
And I'd be even cooler with renting, like going out of the state and renting out places to stay because you always gonna have that one solid base where you originally from. You come back home to.
Yeah, facts though. So we're gonna talk about this right here, man. So we're gonna go some all-topic shit, on man. You know Bobby Schmurderholm. So we talk about Bino, as far as DMV, but Schmurderholm, I'm smoking.
Welcome home, Schmurder.
Bobby, bitch.
Nah, for real, he had a good little wave. I like the fact though that he came home and people was fucking with him. Like that's motivation for niggas that got time. Like if you got good solid people behind you, and even if you're not rich, if you got the right people behind you, you know you got something to look forward to when you come home. He came home already, almost got 4 million followers. Ain't did shit, just came home. So that just goes to show you, like.
Yeah, nah, definitely shout out to Bobby. Shout out Rowdy too, man. Shout out both of them, man. Rowdy, Bobby, and Rowdy. They went in together. Bobby said, "I'm gonna take some more time for my man, bro." You know what I'm saying? That's the most loyal shit. He only had what 4 or 5 years. Took 4, man. That's some solid shit though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Rowdy came home like a month ago. And then you know, actually 2021, man, like you know,
they free in the real. They free Kodak.
They
free Rowdy. They free Bob.
Bino.
Damn, everybody getting free. You know what I'm saying?
It's a yeah, man. They trying to start off fresh, man.
Yeah, man. They free the real guys, man.
Hitting the dust off the fucking rug with this bullshit, man.
You know what I'm saying? That, you know, so yeah, definitely.
What's this make world all great again thing?
Oh, let's talk about this right here. Oh, I just got the story about this thing. Make Waldorf great again. So I guess it's like a high level of crime that's coming to Waldorf. I guess due to the assuming due to the justification, you know, people from DC, PG County moving to Waldorf and stuff like that. And I guess it's like increasing the crime allegedly. And I guess they saying that it's increasing the crime and a lot of stuff is going on down there and stuff like that. So they made something called Make Waldorf Great Again, right? And a lot of the black officers, like that was like, you know, a lot of the black officers, like the sheriff, you know, they got sheriffs, they don't got police officers. Like they feel kind of offended by that.
State troopers out there.
Yeah, the state troopers, they got the troopers. You know what I'm saying? All of them got the hat, and all of them look the same. They all got bald heads with the cap, the big ass hat. You know what I'm saying? They all look the same. You know what I'm saying? So, like, how do you feel offended by that, Damo?
No.
I mean, they say they feel offended.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's like they like Virginia.
But tonight, right here, we're gonna wrap this up right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna get straight to the sports, man, right before.
Yeah, man. So, you know, our Wizards, we was on a 5-game winning streak. We just lost to the Clippers last night. We was on a 5-game winning streak. We looking sweet, man. We beat my man Lakers over there in the corner, man. They was sick. I'm gonna rub it into the Lakers fans, you feel me? Cause they alright. They won a little bubble championship, so they got a little happy and shit, you know. But,
I mean,
it's a different story though.
But the question is, how we lose to the Lakers with LeBron?
We beat the Lakers.
We beat the Lakers with LeBron, but we lost to the Clippers. How we do that?
The Clippers like that. What you mean?
Who they got on the Clips?
You don't know basketball, bro?
I mean, I know basketball.
Paul George, they like that. Lakers like that too. Though they missing Anthony Davis right now.
Yeah,
they cool though. He should have kept Rondo or Dwight though, but yeah, my Wizards. What you guys say, bro? Go ahead and say something. Go ahead and say something.
You say something in the background.
Get your shit off, Steve.
Nah, I'm saying though, right? I'm glad we got rid of Rondo and the White though. You feel me? We should have kept Boogie though. That's what we should have kept.
Hell no.
You feel me? Boogie and AD, like AD gone, put Boogie right there.
Boogie a statue though. He don't move no more though.
It's like we ain't missing nothing with Boogie right there. Like
yeah, y'all should have kept one of them bigs though.
Like it's cause Saul ain't got his legs right now.
He can't do it, bro.
Let him get his legs right now.
He like 40 almost.
Let him get a little bit win. That second win gonna kick him.
Yeah, you right. That second win is 40
though.
That second win definitely a
different beast though.
Yeah.
LeBron different though.
LeBron like what, going on 37?
Yeah, he's 36 right now.
So why do people don't like him? As a woman that doesn't understand sports, I just know every man that I talk to about sports.
I'm gonna tell you why.
They hate LeBron.
I'm gonna tell you why people don't hate LeBron. People hate LeBron. See, this is my type shit right here.
Even my brother, he hates LeBron.
You wanna know why? Cause it's not LeBron. See, I'm a Wizards fan too, right? So he put us out the playoffs like back in the day, 2 years straight or whatever. But for real, what it is, it's LeBron fans. It ain't even LeBron himself. Like, and then a lot of people, they always used to say LeBron or Kobe, LeBron or Kobe.
They be trying to say LeBron and
LeBron overrated. Man.
LeBron, I ain't gonna say he overrated, but he not.
Overrated.
The fans do too much. Like he not human. You can't say nothing wrong about LeBron. Might throw the game or miss a free throw. You say, oh, LeBron missed a free throw. They say, oh, he was tired. You giving him all these statutes of limitations, but he done had moments he ain't show up.
But once one person have a little fall off, like say
Jason Terry and JJ Barea strapped that.
Alright, so look, let me ask y'all a question. Y'all think LeBron would have been able to play back in the day?
Yeah, because he would have adjusted. Yeah. If you put him back in the 90s, he was going to be a 90s dude.
What I'm saying? Like, he cried too much, though. Like,
he do, and
you feel me? They want
that's why I want him to come to LA, bro, because I'm a Kobe guy, bro.
You
and that don't belong in LA jersey, bro.
They want to know that.
No.
Like Jordan, like, said, like, man, I used to get ran over until I realized that in the weight room and all that, and I made my team.
And he had to get in the weight, yeah.
You feel me?
And earn that shit. All these youngers check different beast, though.
I think he would have
been a different beast, though. See, that's why I like Bradley.
He probably cried now because of all the different technical different things. You got all the.
It's like
you got so many calls
it's
that's new now that wasn't back in the day though. Like
the NBA allows soft play now.
That's
you know,
exactly. You can't touch them. You can't touch them.
That's why Steph and all them sweet.
And then the superstars or the all stars, you can't touch them at all. Like you feel me? Like
that's why they cry.
Touch rule. You feel me?
Steph Curry still would have been a baller, but he wouldn't have been running around all crazy. Nobody touching him like in the
He wouldn't have been walking around with no ring, but no fucking around with no Jordan.
Nah, he probably. Oh yeah. I mean, Jordan was
unless he was on Jordan's team, because Jordan killed a lot of careers that were supposed to.
What it is, people that just keep saying LeBron. They don't know the eye test. They just go off. They first take motherfucker. I call them first take people for real. You really watch the game and you see. Ain't no way you can tell me somebody better than Kobe or Jordan. I don't care about how many points you scored in your career.
You real 90s baby. You know how.
I'm talking basketball. No weaknesses. Left shoulder turn, right shoulder, defense, passing. LeBron be whining too much. Shout out to LeBron. He'll go though. You can't. I respect the game. Yeah, I respect the game. So, yeah, man.
He's definitely a part of that GOAT conversation. Always.
Yeah, man.
Hall of Fame.
He is. Well, shout out to LeBron, man. You know my Redskins. Oh, dang, my Redskins. My Washington football team.
Shout out to the Redskins. Hail to the Redskins.
Yeah, that.
I don't give a fuck what's going on.
Yeah, I almost slipped. They gonna find me for saying that too.
I'm forever a Skin fan.
We a quarterback.
That's because I was born into it, though.
Respect. Yeah, no question.
You know, I didn't really have a choice. My father, my brother, every man in my family.
Good memory.
I don't even know where the fuck Cowboy fans come from. Like,
what you mean?
I mean, all the time.
We got a Cowboy fan in that.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all about Cowboy fans.
We're gonna break this down right here.
Look, I'm gonna break it down for y'all, right? This is why.
Don't say that.
Look.
I've been to Texas on that field plenty of times.
This is why people are Cowboy fans that's from the city. I'm gonna tell y'all, because they probably the youngest of their family and they wanted to be. Everybody in their family was scared. They wanted to be different. So they said, oh, I like the Cowboys. Rebellious. Y'all want to be rebellious. Half y'all ain't never been to Dallas, Texas. Y'all probably been one time. You been one time.
Not even half.
One time.
A good 80 to 90% ain't never been to Texas.
Dez ain't catch. It was not a catch. You hear me? Dak Prescott might be in the skins.
How y'all understand ain't never even been to Arlington, Virginia, let alone Arlington,
If y'all
Texas.
get Dak Prescott, we gonna get Russell. It's already, y'all ain't hear that talk?
Y'all ain't got no money to get Russell. Y'all gotta have some money. Y'all
Don't
broke.
play with Jerry like that. Don't play with Jerry like that.
Jerry, wow, y'all get all y'all money in Zeke
That's
with
what
top
Jerry.
Zeke and
top 5.
Amari Cooper and Jalen Smith. The market, they ain't got no money.
Jerry World alone is money.
Top
He ain't-
3 when you talking money.
Nah, but we talking football. That money don't mean nothing. Y'all ain't
Jerry.
win since '96.
Football money.
That money ain't get y'all nowhere for real.
Whoa,
The field.
Talk about the football money.
You gonna throw the 96 out?
All right, we 92.
Oh, all right, okay.
God, that's-
But we ain't talking about us. Y'all be talking like y'all the Patriots or something. Y'all,
Mhm.
the
Y'all ruined that man. Y'all
Watch
ruined that man
football.
Romo career. He could have been great somewhere else,
Watch the
man.
football TV.
Talk about
We better than y'all.
Yes, sir.
Chase Young better than everybody on your team.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Chase
Chase.
Young.
I remember when Santana was part.
Chase
I remember when
Young.
Santana was part. Y'all was scared. Y'all was scared the skins when Santana was there, man.
She a Skins fan for real, for real.
In real life.
That's it. You know she is skin.
She a Skins fan. All right.
She just gotta keep up with her best. That's her best friend. So.
Oh, all right.
She gonna go on whatever he go on.
Understood. Boston. Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap this up right here. Anybody got some last minute shout outs? Snookie, since you're new to the game, get some shout outs, you know
I
what
want
I'm
to
saying?
shout out to my 2 beautiful daughters. I love y'all so much. Shout out to everybody. Everybody fuck with me. I fuck with
Oh, she
everybody.
shouted out her
It's
daughter.
all love. Shout out to the 1080 clickers, because if I don't say that, I might get cussed. I might get cussed out later. Shout out to the clickers. Joe, JG for L too. Since we shouting out everybody. There they
Yeah, we
go.
ain't got nothing to do with that.
Man, shout out to Slab Lab Studios, man. Y'all know we robbing it up.
Yes, this is a nice ass studio. If
Make
you
sure you
ever
edit
need
that.
a studio or whatever, I felt at home as soon as I walked through the door.
She gave the sponsor for us though. We, you know what
For
I'm
real
saying?
though,
Like,
this joint nice as shit. Like, it's giving bougie vibes. That's all I know.
yeah, facts though. But yeah, definitely shout out to Slab Lab. You know we moving the studio down to Suitland, man. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yes,
gonna be
that's closer.
definitely.
Closer.
But this is a great studio. We want y'all to book a session here. This is forever our sponsors. I don't care if it's 5 years from now, 20 years from now. I don't care how famous we get. We always gonna say shout out Slab Lab. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Slab. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
they even gave us our own bottle of water.
On waters, you know what I'm saying? And it's way better
Where
than
the
Dare
fuck you gonna
Park.
get that at?
Slab waters, man. Official.
vocal
Vocal water. You feel me? So yeah, alkaline, whatever you want. And it's right here.
You want to give your shout out there? Go ahead. Alright, shit, shout out to my family. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Capitol Heights, Walker Mill.
Damn, you
Period.
stay shouting out the hood.
Oh, shout out Upper
Shit,
Marlboro.
nigga, that's
Upper Marlboro.
Yeah, like,
Upper Marlboro.
yeah.
It's the for me. UM.
Upper Marlboro.
She talking about the
I ain't-
I ain't never heard of that.
Y'all call it the It's the I ain't never heard that
Not
nigga go.
Marlboro.
How- This y'all hood sign? It's the
It wouldn't matter.
That's y'all hood sign right
It
there.
might be.
Oh.
Shout out to God too. Blessings just keep coming.
facts though. So, but yeah, like, you know, just shout out to all my young bulls out there that I'm working with. Shout out to all my people that that's working with me, all the people I'm affiliated with. And yeah, that's it.
You don't know.
Shout out to Coach Edition Sports. Shout out to all of them, man. I was blessed to be able to put my little sister Maddie. She in the 5th grade. She'll be playing for Team Takeover. Starting like a few days ago. She'll be. So shout out to Maddie Buckets, man. Maddie Buckets. Who else? Shout out to What It Takes Basketball. Shout out to Coach Shaq over at Tech Prep. Yeah, man. Just shout out to everybody, man. Keep doing
Can I say
y'all
one more
thing.
thing, bro? Oh, shout out to my big brother Daryl and my big brother Aunt at Globe.Goat. They really trying to do something big for the black communities. Y'all know what run and shoot used to be to the city back in the day. It kept people out of the streets.
No question.
Niggas at 24-hour gym. They trying to do that. They trying to open a 24-hour gym in every black
Where?
neighborhood in the city. My brother,
Nice.
it's in the works. It's not. They talking about it. They're gonna
You gotta
do
plug
it
me
because
in,
I
though.
know them. Nah, for real. So shout out to them.
Shout out to y'all, man. We
Because
gotta-
nah, for
we
real,
gotta
run
do
and shoot
business.
kept a lot of niggas out the street. Run and shoot was that.
And that's a big issue with this Corona thing. Like I've
It is.
been having my youngest. Like you don't realize how important that is. Like my youngest been going we everywhere to hoop to outside. Like, but it's not a lot
There's
of
nothing
outlets.
to do.
It's not a lot of outlets. So that's why we need people to step up and be that outlet, provide that outlet. So shout out to whoever doing that, cause that's big. Like people don't think They ain't got nowhere else to be right now.
That's definitely, and that's a major thing. Cause like we were just talking about the Go-Go thing. We had something to do, even if it was the Go-Go, the zoo, the movies, Union Station. So we,
it's an app. Let me say, my brother. It's an app. His name is @Globo. My brother he's from 501 Capers. This nigga came from the fucking mud and turned that shit all the way around and made something out of himself. He got an app now. It's called Go Live. It's not booming like it could be because of Corona, but Go Live basically any court, any basketball place in the world, you go there, you go live or whatever. You can link up with any dude that's at the court, your ball, whatever. Like. It's basically for ballers, people that like to play sports and stuff like that. So shout out to Go Live too.
Was he on Shark Tank with that job? That sound like some shit I seen on Shark Tank.
I doubt he was on Shark Tank because I would have known. But
you need to go on Shark Tank.
It's up and coming. Like he's really and Corona job like set it back for a minute because everything closed.
That sounds smart.
Yeah, he on to something.
That's love, cause ain't no way like that for the DC kid. Like Maryland, Virginia, they got all these little open.
But that's what I'm saying. He got every court in the world on there. You go live and you link up with everybody like the ball. Like I know a lot of dudes that's even in the streets. A lot of people outlet is basketball. Like, and that's one thing I used to love about run and shoot. You would see everybody, everybody would be a run and shoot. I'm talking 24 hours. Like they would channel their energy somewhere else. Yeah, it was cool. Man. And that shit, it sucked that shit had to come to an end like that.
But it's still open though. It's called
Yeah, it's different now though.
But it ain't the same vibe.
It's not the same at all.
It ain't the same vibe in it. Yeah, man. So that's it, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. So yeah, man. We need something for the youth to do. Shout out Vidal and Arrow. Those my boys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out everybody.
PTSD.
Yeah, DC clothing. Anybody that needs that DC clothing, man. We definitely supporting that. Also, last thing. Oh yeah, shout out! Dang,
shout out to Don't Shoot Me Later.
Shout out Shooters, man.
I do want.
Shout out to Snookie though, cause she put up last minute though.
Definitely, no question.
You know you my dog. Now y'all my dogs too. It's all question.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like Ginzel.
Shout out to Ginzel.
She on your ass though. She on your ass though. You better step it up, cause she did a good job for her first show. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Elway too.
Cool,
yeah, shout out to Ginzel. You know she gonna be back for the next episode. She out of time.
Before we do go, I got the shirt on. It's called PTSD. It stands for Prayed and Stacked Dead Faces. Shout out to Yana. She played basketball for Howard. Like that. Nice. She just graduated with last year. Yeah, shout out to Yana, man.
Nah, definitely. So we're gonna wrap this episode right here. Y'all be safe. Y'all be careful. It's your boy Hoodz and Newz. We got the Hoodz and Newz show. Oh, we all got Go-Go here, so we crank a little bit. Hey. You know, Ginzel be tripping. Hey.
That's okay. That's because Ginzel ain't do the old ages. She was like 15. She was like 11.
We gonna get Upper Marlboro though.
Hey, Upper Marlboro.
It's the
It's the I ain't never heard that before. Oh man.
That was a
it's
joke. Let me tell you something. Shout out to Wise High School, because one thing about it,
she talking about some Wise High School.
The greatest people that we know, a lot of talent came out of Wise. I'm talking Big Flock, Thrill Black, myself.
Y'all had all
Lizzle. Don't sleep on Lizzle from Thrax too. Shout out to Lizzle too. That's my guy. But yeah, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. We gone. Oh, last thing too. If y'all need advertisement, DM Hoodz and Newz Show. Follow the new IG. DM for inquiries for promotion, hosting, performances, because we're going to the new studio, y'all. We're going to the new studio. Follow the Hoodz and Newz Show team. We got our own Instagram. Follow that. You hear me?
It's giving nothing free going on.